Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Survival Let's Play. In today's episode I'm not actually going to be building any kind of a farm. Usually I'll build a farm in every single episode, but today I just want to come over here and do some work on the base. So I've had this world for about 8 months now, and this is the base I've got here, and as you can see there's not really much going on. So there's a big circle in the middle which is like the main part of the base. I spent quite a long time digging this all the way down to bedrock. I built up all the walls, and I've also built a few rooms in there. I think there's 3 different rooms, but apart from that there's not really much going on around here. So what I want to do today is just clean up the area to start with. Then I want to start the project that I've got planned for out here. I don't know if I ever talked about this on camera or not, but I want to have like a little town or a little village around here. A few different buildings. I want to have a lighthouse over there. Maybe like a pier somewhere and stuff like that. So this entire island is just like a little city or a little village. But before I do that I do need to clean up the area. So I need to flatten out this land over here and make it look a bit more natural. I want to go around the outside of the island. I don't like how the sand is so square in some places. I want to try and make that look a bit more natural and maybe have it around the entire island. You can see there's like patches over there where there's no sand, stuff over there as well. So yeah, I might have to sort that out a little bit. There's also a few farms that I need to take down around here. So I'm not really too sure what used to be in here, but I can take this down. I've got some turtles over here that I used to breed, and I don't know why there's some llamas in there. But I've got 34 turtle eggs, so I can probably kill all of these now. I don't think I'll need them anymore. And on the other side of the base I've got the Nether farm. This wasn't going to be staying here obviously. My plan was just to have this here for a few days, and it's ended up being here for like 2 or 3 months. I might just tear this down and rebuild it down in the Nether portal area down there. I've got the furnace set up here which I really need to take down and build a super smelter over in that room. I might do that today, I'm not entirely sure, but I'll definitely tear this down today. Then over here I've just got the chicken where I get a lot of eggs, and then my nano farm just behind here, which I'll tear this down, and I don't really think I need it at the moment, but it only takes a few minutes to build, so if I ever need it I can just rebuild it. I've just got some stuff over here. This is where my old house used to be, right here. So I'm going to tear down the farm over there, make that island look a bit more natural. And this is where, if anyone remembers like the first episode of the season, this was my chicken farm. I don't think it works anymore, but this used to give me all of the food that I needed for the first like month or 2 of the season. And I never tore it down just in case I ever needed it again. But I think I'll tear this down today as well. I don't know if I ever showed this on camera, but this chicken and this guy with the banner have been in this boat for so long. I think they've been here since like day 3 of the series, and I'm 8 months in now. So I've had this world 8 months and these have been here pretty much the entire time. This chicken just randomly lays eggs now and again and start floating around in the water. I think they're best friends at this point. I don't really want to kill them, so I'm just going to leave them there. They'll probably be there until the end of this series, whenever that is. And one last thing that I want to do to clean up the area a little bit is to remove all of the torches. So I've been working with some like hidden lighting things here, and I'm not really too sure which one to go for. I think the lime carpet is a bit too bright, and of course I've got the sea lanterns underneath here. I think the green carpet looks okay. I like the leaves from a distance, but then you get closer and then you can see the sea lantern below. I don't really like that. So I really don't know which one to go for. I think it's definitely between these 2. But I'm going to start cleaning up the area a little bit, then I'll decide which one to use. Okay, so I've made a little bit of progress around here, as you can see. I've took some of the stuff down over there. I've left the nano farm for now. I'll probably take that down later on in this episode. I've took all of the weird buildings and stuff down over there. And I've also flattened out a lot of this land here. This was the bit that took me the most time. And I know it looks extremely flat around here and it doesn't really look natural at the moment, but I'm hoping that once I've got some buildings and stuff around the place and stuff like that, it's going to look a little bit better and not so flat. And I've also left this tree farm down here just for now, because I want to build a tree farm somewhere else in the world, but until I build that I don't really have a good way to get wood apart from this here, so this needs to stay until I've got another tree farm somewhere. If I come down over to this side, you can see that I've flattened this area out right here, but then past this it's still quite a mess. There's a lot of vines and grass. It's not really very natural around here. There's a lot of stuff that I need to clear up like this. And then there's loads of holes in the ground and water flooded everywhere over here as well. And I didn't bother cleaning this up because I think I want to build something over here. So my plan was to have some docks over here for some boats. I'm not really too sure how I'm going to make that work, but I'll probably just go into a creative world and mess around with some things later on today. And hopefully by the end of the episode I can at least get this started. So if I fly up above, you can see that there's quite a lot of room around here. I'm thinking about starting it over there and bringing it all the way over to this side. So it's going to be quite big. And then I'm probably just going to have to build over this here. This is the entrance to my mine. So if I just quickly go down here, I'll show you this in case you've never seen it. So it goes all the way to the bottom, and I never actually finished this project. So this was supposed to be my mine. I only ever went down one of these tunnels because I did an episode where I went strip mining for 12 hours. So I went straight down the end of here for 12 hours. It was, I think, about 13,000 blocks. So it took me quite a long time to get down there. And I never actually went down any of the other tunnels. And also on the other side, I never actually even dug this part out. I was going to do the same on that side, on this side, but I just never got round to it. And now the cave update is going to be coming out soon. So I don't think I'll ever finish this project, and I think there's actually some stuff in some of these chests as well. There's actually quite a lot of wood in these chests here. So I'll probably come down and clear all this stuff out later on, and I think I'll just cover over the top of this because I'll probably never use this ever again now. But anyway, that's the plan, to have some docks around here. Maybe a few boats in the water, but I don't think I'll get around to that this episode. And over here I thought maybe I could have a lighthouse. It might be a little bit far away from the land, but if I do a little bit of work on this island, make it a little bit taller or something like that, I could put a lighthouse somewhere on here, and maybe a little farmhouse or something so someone could live over here. I'm not really too sure yet, this is all plans for the future, but I've got quite a few ideas for what I want to do. But anyway, I want to take a little bit of a break from working on the land around here. There's still a lot of work to do, and that actually took me quite a few hours just to flatten out that area over there. So what I want to do now is just something a bit different, and I want to see if I can check a few more items off the checklist. So if I come down here into my village trading room, I think it was like 4 or 5 episodes ago now, I got all of these villages in here. My main aim was to get all of the different book villagers, but I also got these stonesmiths over here. These guys give me quartz, bricks and terracotta. So you might have just heard my phone go off there, I've just quickly muted that. But yeah, I've got 9 different terracotta trades over here, and these are all of the different colours. So white, light grey, grey, black, red, lime, light blue, cyan and blue. So there's 9 different ones overall, and there's actually 16 different colours that I can get. So I'm going to head over to where I usually get my terracotta, and I'm going to show you that area quickly. Okay, so I don't think I've ever actually showed this place on camera, but this is usually where I come over to get all of my sand. So you can see I've took quite a lot of sand out from here. That's all used on glass and TNT. And then over on this side I usually come and get a little bit of terracotta from the top of this little mountain thing here. So you can see I flattened out a little bit of there from quite a while ago now when I came over and got that. But my plan here is just to tear out this entire mountain here. So I've set up a haste 2 beacon on the other side. I've got a few shulkers there as well. Probably not enough to fit all of this into all of the shulkers, but I need at least 2 stacks of each different colour. So I think I'm just going to get to work here and take out a lot of this mountain. I don't know if I'll take all of it out, but with the haste 2 beacon it shouldn't take too long. So I'll just get started and I'll be back once I've finished. So I've mined quite a lot of it here. I still could get a little bit more, but I've filled up 4 shulker boxes I think. So I've got 1, 2, 3 and then 4, then a little bit more in the 5th. This is plenty for what I need today, and then I've still got quite a lot left over for other projects I'm going to be doing. So I'm just going to clear up all of the mess around here. I think I'm going to take the beacon with me, but I'm going to leave all the iron blocks here in case I ever come back to get some more terracotta sometime. And I'll make sure I get all of these shulker boxes, and then I'll head back to the base. So I got way more terracotta than I needed there, But if I go into this shulker here, you can see that I've got a full stack of each different colour. Then I've got 16 furnaces here, so I've got a stack of each of the colours in one of these. And if you didn't know, this is how you get glazed terracotta. So you just get the terracotta to start with and put it in a furnace, and it turns into the glazed stuff, and you don't really see it too often. I don't think too many people know how to build with this. It's kind of got strange patterns in it. It's hard to make it look good, but some people can. It doesn't really go with too many blocks either. But I've got all 16 colours smelting up here, so once these are finished I can head down to the storage room and check all of those items off the checklist. So over here at the storage room I've managed to check off another light here. So the terracotta and dyes. Of course I collected all of the dyes a few episodes ago when I did the dye farm. And I've got all of the different terracottas here, and then the glazed terracotta, and also just the normal terracotta right here as well. So this is all of the items I wanted to collect for this chest. I've turned the lights on, and that's actually 8 lights I think have been turned on now. So there's still quite a long way to go, but I'm slowly making progress each episode. So next up, what I want to do in this episode is start on the docks over here. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to be doing, and I'm definitely not going to get it finished in this episode. But I at least want to get it started and like planned out. So this is where I want to build it, on this bit of land that sticks out the most. I think it's probably going to start right at the end, probably like here somewhere. So I think it's going to come over to about here. So you can see the grey blocks there to about here. This is going to be just sticking out into the water. I'll probably destroy quite a lot of the land around here. And then around this side here, I think it'll be a good idea to have maybe a few houses and some market stalls or something. I've got some ideas, but it's kind of hard to explain them right now. So I think I'm just going to go into a creative world and probably do some building on there. See if I can come up with any ideas that I like. I'll come back over here and show you what I've got. And then if anyone's got any suggestions on how to improve it, you can always just let me know down in the comments. Okay, so I've made a little bit of progress, as you can see here. I'm kind of happy with how it's coming along so far. There's still a lot of work to go though. As you can see, it's just a big stone platform for now. But I do want to add quite a lot of details and stuff around here eventually. And over on this side you can see that I've got a little bit of a wall going on. And nothing here is really permanent right now. There's a few things that I might change. I might change the blocks out for a different block. The lanterns there, I think I might change for like sea lanterns or something. And it's just the same on this side over here as well. So my plan for this big stone platform here is to have a few market stalls around. I think I could probably fit like 3 on each side, so 3 over there and 3 over here. These things will just sell like fish and melons and stuff, and it seems to rain every time that I start recording today. If I go down here, I've just got some little docks for some boats. So I'm thinking about putting a boat on each side. So I'll put one here, facing upwards up there. And I've actually got some slabs down the side here. I don't have them on the other side yet, but I think I might put them down because it looks a little bit better in my opinion. Like on this side it's a little bit flat without these slabs down the side here. So I might put some slabs down there later on. And I'm going to build a boat on this side as well. But I'm going to have to clear quite a lot of this land underwater first. It's a little bit too close to the surface. So I'm definitely going to do that at some point. And if I come up here, I've got some space for some benches and trees and stuff. So if you've ever been to the seaside, there's usually an area like this where there's some benches around just so you can look over into the ocean. So I'm going to try to add as much detail around here as possible. It's quite a big place to detail, but I think I should be able to fit enough things in here to make it look good. And I've actually left a little opening over here as well. So over here my plan is to extend this bit out by like 25 blocks, and then I can build a ship at the side. Quite a big ship here. So down here I'm going to have some small boats on the sides. Then up here I'm going to have a much bigger one. But this is going to be a project that's going to take quite a while. It's probably not going to get finished for a few episodes. I'm just going to come back and work on it in between episodes or whatever. Hopefully I can get it finished soon though. With all of the big stone area, eventually there's going to be a lot of detail on top of here. But I'm also hoping to switch some of it out. So it's not all going to be stone, I'm going to add some other like gravel and cobblestone and stuff into the floor. And the same with down here as well, in the side of the walls. I don't just want it all to be stone, I will add like little bits of detail and stuff eventually. but for right now I just wanted to get the general shape of it before I start doing all the little details. But anyway, that's everything I've done so far. I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out, even though there's still a long way to go. But I'm not going to be doing any more work on it just yet. I want to go and see if I can check a few more items off the checklist. So you can see that I've got 4 buckets in my hand here, and that's because I want to check off 4 items that need bucket. So I've got a named bit of paper here for a lava bucket, then there's also a bucket of tropical fish, bucket of salmon, and a bucket of cod. So I'm going to go and get all 4 of those things. The first one's actually quite easy because it's right at the bottom of my base here. So just fly down. I think there's a little bit of lava left over right here. So this was actually full of lava, and then I just started using it all to smelt my stuff in the furnaces. So there's a little bit left here. So that's a bucket of lava, and now I just need to go get the fish. So I think if I just get any of these fish here, it should count as a tropical fish. So I'm going to get this guy right here. It says bucket of clownfish for some reason. Does that mean they've all got different names? So I'm going to go get this guy over here and see what this says. This one says grey yellow clayfish. I'm not really too sure if I should count these as different items or just collect one of them. I might have to look this up on the wiki and see how many different types they are. So while I'm here I can get a salmon as well. That's a bucket of salmon, so now I just need to find some cod. So there's some cod right here and I can just get one of these. Okay, so I can put the bucket of lava in here, and I'm going to put the salmon and the cod in here as well. I'm not going to check off the tropical fish right now, because like I said, I'm going to check the wiki, and if there's too many different types, I'm just not going to bother checking that off the checklist right now. Okay, so I wanted to do a little bit more building on the docks today, but I don't really have the inspiration right now. I just can't come up with any good details or designs. So I think I'm going to wait a little bit and probably do it in another episode or between episodes. But for right now, I'm going to go and get some ancient debris. So I try to do this every episode, and I'm over here where I was earlier collecting the terracotta, and I've just come over to the other side. I spent like half an hour collecting some sand, so I've took quite a lot more of this out. This was last night, so I've got 4 stacks here, and then I've also got 5 stacks of gunpowder here from the mob farm. So I'm going to take this into the Nether, make some TNT, and then we'll go and get some ancient debris. So I tried to go mining for ancient debris in every episode, but I actually didn't do it in the last one. I just kind of forgot, and I was going to go and find a new place to go mining for the stuff, because there's not really too much room around here left to go mining for it. But I think I might just go and branch off over there somewhere and go in that direction. Also, somebody told me that it's best to go at Y level 15 for the best rate, so I've been doing it at Y level 13 here. And this was right at the start when I used to use beds, but I use TNT now. So I'm going to start doing it at Y level 15 and see if I can get better rates. Okay, so I've got a full shulker box of TNT here. This should last me a couple of months. For right now I'm just going to take 3.5 stacks. I don't think I'll need that just yet. I'm just going to quickly show you how I go mining for the ancient debris. So I know a few people are new to the channel and you've probably never seen how I do it before. So I'm quickly just going to find a space to go mining for it, and then I'll be back. So I found a place right here. It's just kind of in the middle of one of the tunnels that I've already made. So the first thing I do is go to Y level 15, and then I just start digging in a straight line in one of the directions. So I'm going to go this way, and if you look at the coordinates in the top left, you can see that my first coordinate is about 50. So what I'm going to do is just go in this direction until that coordinate's at about minus 500 or something like that. So it doesn't take too long digging through the netherrack, but I usually just go in a straight line for about 500 blocks or so, and then I'll start placing a TNT. And I've actually found some ancient debris already, so that's 2 pieces right here, maybe more. It looks like there's just 2 pieces, so I'll fill this back up and we'll keep digging. There's actually 2 more pieces right here, or 3 pieces, maybe more. So before I've even started using the TNT, I've already got 5 pieces. And every time I'm in the Nether, I always just make sure to have a fire resistance potion. It's not really useful most of the time, but if you do ever fall in lava or whatever, it's always just nice to have it. It saved my life a few times, and I would have lost quite a lot of resources and levels. So it's always just useful to have it on your hotbar just in case. I'm right near the end now, and I've just found 2 more pieces here. So I think that's 7 pieces overall. and I've not even started blowing the place up yet, and there's a little bit of lava here which isn't really a big deal. So you can see my coordinates in the top left, it's minus 500 now, so I've gone about 550 blocks in the same direction. So now I'm just going to start placing a TNT. I usually place this about 2 blocks apart, I don't really count it, sometimes it's 3 blocks, sometimes it's like 1 block, so I just do this all the way down, I just keep placing it whenever. Okay, so I just do this all the way back to the start of the tunnel. I think I'm almost there now, it should be like 10 blocks away or something like that. And I've got a little bit of TNT left over as well, so just place a few here. So next up here I just get my flame bow and I shoot the first TNT. Sometimes it creates a good chain reaction, sometimes it doesn't, so I'll just shoot this first one and we'll see what happens. Okay, so started a small chain reaction, but this will probably stop soon. You can see there's a little bit of ancient debris just there, and you see it stopped right there, so I'm going to have to go and shoot that one now. So usually I leave all the ancient debris and I collect it when I'm on my way back down the tunnel, but I try to fill in as much of the lava as I can. A lot of it's quite easy because you just need to place one block and it's all gone. Okay, so now I've cleaned up the lava, I can shoot the next TNT, and this one actually fell down because there was nothing underneath it. So I'll shoot the next one, and that should create another small chain reaction as well. There we go, there's another ancient debris right there, and then the TNT stopped again. So I pretty much just do this all the way to the end. It takes a little bit of time to shoot the TNT because it keeps stopping the chain reaction, but it's not so bad. So I just do this all the way down to the end, and on my way I try to pick up a lot of the junk items off the floor. I just throw them into lava, I don't really need them, and if they're all on the floor it just makes the world lag, so I try to get rid of as many of them as I can. Anyway, this is how I get all of my ancient debris. So what I'm going to do now is just blow up the rest of the tunnel down here, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to collect it all. So I'm all the way at the end now, and it only took me about 15 to 20 minutes to blow up all of this and get the ancient debris. And as you can see, I've got 39 overall, which isn't too bad. It's not a great return considering I already had 7 before I started with the TNT. So I'm just going to start heading back to the base now. I'm just making sure that I didn't miss any ancient debris. Sometimes I come back down a tunnel and I'll see that I missed a piece in the roof somewhere. So I'm just going to make sure I got all of it, and then I'll meet you back at the base. Okay, so I'm back at the base now, and I've smelted this 39 ancient debris into netherite scrap. So I can add this to the valuables chest here, and you can see I've got 41 netherite scrap, 7 ingots, and then 44 ancient debris from my other mining sessions in the nether. Then of course I've also got some that I've put into the checklist room. So there's still a long way to go, but I'm hoping just doing a little bit in each episode will make this thing a lot easier to do. But anyway, I've run out of time to record this episode. I want to try and edit it all today and then upload it tomorrow. So I'm going to end the episode here. And if anyone's got any good ideas for like little details that I could add around the docks here, just let me know down in the comments. So I'm going to have a lot of details that I've thought of myself, but I'll read through all of the comments and see if anyone else has got any good ideas. Because there's quite a big space to fill up here. Then there's a big area here as well. Then of course I'm going to be building a little extension out here, and I'm going to need some details for that. So if anyone's got any good ideas for like little details I could add, just let me know down in the comments and I will read through all of them. But anyway, that's when I'm going to be ending today's episode. I think in the next episode I'm probably going to get back to building some farms. So if you've got any ideas for farms that you want to see me build, just let me know down in the comments, and I will see you all next time.